Namaste and welcome to Clear Skies and Healthy Kids. So, this is a podcast focused on the parents. Why parents? Because parents are the ones who will nurture the young children. But now, here is a most concerning issue in our Delhi NCR where air pollution is having a rampant focus all over. Thus, here's a doctor with us with several years of experience, Dr. Mahavir Jain, who will let us know about how air pollution is affecting the young children and get us to know more about it. So let's get started. So, as you got to know, beyond flu and basic issues of flu and cold, people and young children are suffering more from bronchitis, asthma, and much more diseases. Thus, now let's ask doctor more questions. So, doctor, thank you for you have told rightly us that how big is the air pollution issue in our world in Delhi NCR, as children are now facing academic and learning issues by being exposed to several toxic gases of air pollution. Now, I would like to move on to the next question, which is what kind of respiratory illnesses are most common in your clinic during the pollution season, which is the winter season in Delhi NCR during October, November, and December times?
I think as far as Delhi NCR is concerned, there is no particular season. Most of the time, the AQI is quite bad because when we talk about the AQI, up to 50 is the normal AQI,
Right,
but once it crosses the 50, it becomes a health hazard.
right.
And but many a times we are having more than 200 or more than 300, and that is really that causes the alarm as far as health of especially of a child is concerned. So but definitely the AQI is a little worse as far as the months which you have mentioned. We got a lot of patients which are having common cough and cold. Apart from that, a lot of patients come with the complaint of asthma like situation. So that is really causing alarm because what we see in our practice, almost 50% of these small kids, they are having asthma like symptoms off and on, and they fall ill very frequently also with all these problems. So these are the main respiratory problems, but later on as they grow, they can have certain other problems also because of this chronicity of this um, uh, asthma and all these respiratory problems. Later on they can develop bronchiectasis. They can, but at a very early age, if I talk about 40 years or 50 years, because it is not just the smoking, they are also smoking a lot,
Yeah,
this
indirectly.
indirectly. So that smoke causes a lot of problem, and many of them probably might have something like lung carcinoma or other things in their future, which usually happens in a late stage, but they might suffer at a very young age also.
So, as the doctor told us that infants and adolescents both care has need to be taken, but air pollution is ramping their health severely. Thus, today's need is to create an adolescent and child friendly spaces in our country, India. Thus, in India, as everyone waits for an upper level and a broader level change to happen on this severe issue of air pollution, but what can now families do to take care of their health? Can you let me know, doctor, like how families can protect their children from pollution, especially in the current conditions of unhealthy AQI in the month of May?
You are very right. There are very two different, these are two different issues. That one, we want that children should definitely play, they should must be up active outdoor also for their better physical and mental development. And on the contrary, at the other side, if the air quality is poor, we have to tell them not to go uh, outdoor to the outdoor. These are the two contradictory things, but we have to make a balance.
Right.
It is the duty of the families, parents, system, school, government, and the society to curb this pollution so that our kids and teenagers they can live a good life. For that we can do like we should plant more and more trees. All these fuels, especially like chula and wood, these should be abandoned. Thirdly, vehicular pollution must be curbed by using either electrical vehicles or having a check on their pollution level.
Right.
So these are many things like keeping the roads clean. It's a very important step. Thirdly, having a proper this thing boundary and everything at the construction sites, and sometimes a seasonal pollution because of that parali burning. That government is taking care, but still it is the duty of society also to keep it. Those who can afford they can use air purifiers also, but if the pollution level is very high, AQI is worse, then definitely mask is one thing which is very good as far as prevention is concerned.
Right, doctor. So, as you got to know that how big is the air pollution issue, and there are several factors affecting air pollution in our society. The first one being the dust air pollution on our roads, and it becomes our duty, like doctor mentioned, as a society to take care of the air pollution by planting more trees, keeping our surroundings happier and clean and healthier, just like we keep our homes clean. So, doctor, my second question would be, are air purifiers and masks, are there some specific types of mask, or like are air purifiers much efficient for curbing the indoor air pollution, or are there any side effects of that also?
As far as there has been no large study as far as the air purifier is concerned, but definitely they make a difference. Definitely they make a difference. They definitely reduce the pollution level, especially inside the house. Mask is good for the outdoor activities. Mask, a simple mask of three ply is good enough, and not just N95 or something like that. But for air pollution, this three ply mask is good enough. But one has to wear it properly, and one has to wear it continuously. So these are the two things which we have to keep in mind.
Okay, doctor. So, doctor, thank you for answering my questions. Now, I would like to let you all know that the health crisis of air pollution calls for more than just personal measures, which we need to take care of our systematic change action. Now, doctor, can you let me know what changes would you like to see in public policy or school systems to protect our young children from air pollution?
The most of the things I have already enumerated, like planting more and more trees and reducing the dust, especially on roads, keeping the your surroundings clean, and reducing the burden of this smoke and everything. And I just forgot to mention that nobody should smoke inside the house as far as pollution inside the house is concerned, because smoking or burning of these धूप बत्ती अगरबत्ती they create a lot of smoke.
Would like to ask you that what changes would you like to see in public policy or school systems to protect our young children from air pollution?
Public policy, definitely it is like we have to plant more and more trees. We have to uh, keep our roads clean. We have to cover the construction site. We have to reduce the vehicular pollution, either by using electric cars or by reducing their pollution level. So these we have to probably make them implement. Of course norms are there, but we have to implement them little harder. A
Right,
school definitely has a big role to play, that it should have a green environment, and uh, they must teach the children the importance of the health as and the effect of pollution on their health also, so that they can bring back a message to their home also and society also.
Rightly. So, doctor, you told us rightly that air pollution is such a big issue, and children are the forebearers of change. So, if they become the change, if teachers teach them about air pollution and how they can create a green and a safer environment, so children can live in a better and happier world and like follow guidelines of curbing the air pollution. So, doctor, my next question to you is like, is there a lot much awareness regarding the parents and schools about the seriousness of this issue?
Yeah, definitely. Parents, especially in the cities, they understand this issue and they understand the seriousness of this issue, and schools also. But the unfortunate thing is that nobody want to do anything actively. Especially, they understand. They always blame the government or the system. They everything system has to do. But it is the duty of a society, the how parents and everybody, that we must contribute uh, ourselves also to curb this pollution. So that is one thing which probably must be message to the society and to the parents through schools, that it is our duty collective. It is our collective duty.
Rightly. So, we got to know that to build a community, to build a safer world, a community is needed. As unitedly we stand, and at at our own, we always perish. So unitedly we always stand, and a community is important to solve these issues of air pollution. Now, my last question to you, doctor, would be like, you are a several years worked and practiced pediatrician. So how do you counsel families dealing with recurring health problems due to pollution?
Right, in my almost now my career as a pediatrician is spent over last almost 30 years, but definitely pollution related problems, especially respiratory problems, have increased in last 10-15 years more what we used to see 30 years back. We counsel them regarding everything, that regarding the pollution, how we can control inside the house, and how we can control and outdoor also. We do our job, and of course most of the parents, they also want to do something, and many of them, they understand, they then definitely their kids also get benefited by the changes they make into their behavior or into their day to day life. So we try to counsel them as much as possible. That is there.
Thank you, doctor. So, here was Dr. Mahavir Jain letting us know about the severe issue of air pollution in our Delhi NCR, which comes into the most polluted cities all over the world. Thus, doctor gave us very much opening insights, clapping for him. And if there's one takeaway today, which is that children lungs are very fragile and they need to be cared upon right now from this age for their growth and development in a prosperous world. So thank you, doctor.
Thank you, and I hope you will just circulate this message to the society and to the parents and school, so that we can have a better and clean and green environment, so that our kids and teenagers, they can have a very good and productive life ahead. Thank you so much.
Right. So let's all do our bit through awareness, action, and advocacy. Until next time, stay safe and breathe easy.